Sink your teeth into my bones, dig me out, then fill the hole. Tear me apart and watch it burn. Tear me apart and watch it burn. All that's left is a window to my soul. Come and get it.
What is going on, guys? Slippy here, and it is time for a review. Yeah, so today we're going to be doing the Ta-152 H-1. This is the last German prop in the line that goes down to the HS-129 and the MiG-15, I believe. That is off the top of my dome, people. I'm learning. So I actually have this plane spaded, contrary to popular belief. I do play the game. But anyway, I'm going to take the criticism that you guys gave me from my last review, and we're going to work with it. So, one of them is spade your plane. So we got that done. Check. Now, I have had this plane spaded previously. It is my favorite plane in the game, in case you're wondering. Ta-152, it just holds a special place in my heart. Even though it's not the best plane in the game, it climbs like a brick, and it's just not as good as it used to be. Part of that is because this thing right here, which is the engine, does not have its real superchargers. It had a 3-stage supercharger. I'm not going to go into too much detail because you guys are going to yell at me. I don't know too much about it. I know one of them was nitrous. I don't know. Anyway, we're going to see it sits right here. It is a 6.0 BR. We're not going to look at stat cards. Actually, I'll show you the stat card real quick. So, max speed 755, turn time 20. Rate of climb 17. The reason I don't show stat cards is because they're not really true. They're just there. They're like bleh. Read. This is not the normal skin. This is a custom skin. So if you want to get that, I will try to find it and put the link down in the description. I'm not sure. I don't know. It's called Yellow 1, I believe. But anyway, this plane has 220s in the wing roots and 130 in the nose. You can't change that. We're gonna look at the modifications real quick. Standard modification loadout. You know, you get your gun belts pretty early, and engine injection, all this stuff. Now, the way I usually set this plane up is air targets in the 20s because it's basically a D-13 without the nose mounted, and the 20s can actually kill planes by themselves. Now, the 30 with night, because that's my favorite ammunition type, you can actually see it fire, and it's nice. It fires like a weird color. I don't know. That might be why I like it. But this plane was designed for high altitude combat, so it has long ass wings. It can just stay up in the sky, lurch above all the enemy fighters, and dive when it wants. And that's practically what it is good at in War Thunder if you can get that high. If you can get above your enemy, you won't have much trouble killing them. It's fairly maneuverable, especially at top speeds, and up at like 10K, I believe in real life, this plane could go 700 kilometers an hour. That is crazy. There was like no resistance up there, and it could just fucking cruise. Now, don't set my words in stone. Find it out yourself. Go look it up. But anyway, let's take this bitch into battle. Well, I was gonna cut it, but that insta-Q though, holy shit. Oh, holy shit. So this plane climbs like a brick. I said that previously. It's not going to change. Spaded, not spaded, doesn't matter. You will climb like a brick. The best thing to do is turn 90 degrees away from your airfield and climb away. Just climb away, climb away. Don't let the enemy shoot you today. So we're going to do a little talking on this, little live com for the review, and I also have a video that I'm going to talk over for post commentary. That was a pretty good game, showing you this plane in its best. pick off. So the way to play this plane is you gotta climb. You gotta get above your enemies. It is strict boom and zoom. You're not gonna be turn fighting in this thing. And you want to get those clutch one shots and then completely bounce back up. The way you play this plane is by bouncing. And if you don't know what bouncing is, maybe I'll put a picture, like a rudimentary picture on the screen right now of some loops. But you'll dive on your enemy, you shoot, you come straight back up, and then you come back down and shoot, and come straight back up, and then come straight back down. So you just bounce up and down around your enemies. Now, in theory, that's how this plane works. It works well like that, and it's the best thing for it. You know, you can't really get stuck in a turn fight. But the way most games work out is you get up high, you dive, the enemy sees you, he dives, you chase him because you can catch him. He turns, you have to overshoot, you bounce, you come down on him, you shoot him, maybe you'll kill him, you bounce, and then by the time you're bouncing the second time, the whole enemy team has seen you, and like bees on a honey tree or whatever, a honey nest, I don't know what to call it, a honey bear, they're all over you, and they're eating the shit out of you. And you're like, Mom, stop, I need help. And you're on fire and you're dead. Yeah, Bearcats will outplay you, Premium Spits will outplay you, Griffins will outplay you, most planes you fight will outplay you. That's just how it works. That's the life of a TA pilot. Until they put the supercharger in, we're going to have to deal with this. So as you can see, we are climbing steady. We're almost 3 minutes into the game, and we are only at 2K. Yeah, climbs like a brick. So I'm going to cut when we get into some combat, and I'll see you guys. Alright guys, I'm back. After a long time climbing, just, oh god, look at that time. We're finally at 6, almost 7K. So we're just going to chill up here for a bit, cool down our engine, and hopefully find somebody to jump on. It's not really the best map right now, conditions. These clouds are going to be cramping my style. I do know we got some spits up there though. Down there, I mean. Down under. We're going to cool our engine off real quick. So this plane isn't too bad on overheating, but it will overheat eventually if you wept the whole time, which you're going to have to do to climb. So I suggest when you get up here, just turn your engine off for a little bit. Not a problem though. It's already cool. So we'll go back up to 100. And where's my contrails? Alright, so there's a lot of guys down low. We're actually gonna dive. Cause why? Why climb all this way to not kill somebody? So let's see. This plane does have a very, very, very fast dive rate for a prop. It's one of its best perks, and its speed is its best asset. So when playing this plane, you know, just be mindful of your speed. Always use it. I don't think it rips that much anymore. It didn't rip for a while, and then it ripped a lot, and then it didn't rip again, and then it ripped a lot. It's just, it's so weird, you know. All right. Turn our engine back up, and I think we're gonna go for this. Oh, hello. I'm gonna pull up for that. Alright, let's set our bearings. We got one Spitfire there, one Spitfire there, and one Spitfire there. So this guy's gonna dive, I think. Hopefully. I hope he doesn't come for me, because I can't do much to him. He's coming for me. Indubitably he is. Alright, so he dodged. We're gonna go down and try to hit this Spitfire up real quick. And there is a Mustang on that guy too, and a Premium Spit. Alright, we're set up for a good position here. Let's use this dive speed to good work. Alright, one down. I did miss my shots at first there. Just getting a little scared. So we have P-51, so we're gonna pitch up and then wing over on him. Just showing the speed of this aircraft and how, oh god, this is a problem. So that Spitfire is gonna pose a threat to me. I get the P-51 anyway. Come on team, kill the Spitfire. Come on guys. I know that wasn't the best play by me, but I just figured that my team could kill him. Well, I guess not. It's too much to ask for. So anyway, we're going to hop into another game. Alright guys, so I chose a different tactic this game. I climbed in a straight 15-degree towards the enemy, straight off the bat. We are about to engage a P-51. I'm going to dive on the first guy I see because I'm not at altitude to engage the higher targets anyway. We're going to see if we can kill this guy, turn tail, get back towards our guys, and just get away with it. So let's see how it works. So this is a tactic that I have used before, is using this plane's speed. Okay, he ripped flap off. That's good for me. So using this plane's speed to get to the enemy faster than they can get to us, and then just completely, you know, pouncing them. Like, this guy doesn't know what he's going to do now. He's getting jumped by a Horton and a TA, and he wants that Horton kill. I can see it. See it in his eyes. I flashed on him. And that is it. Alright, so he's down. We're going to turn tail and keep running to our guys now. We're going to try to get back over here. Nice. My guy got the B-17. Alright, so this is another tactic that you can employ or use with this plane. You climb at a 15 towards them, right? So you're not gaining maximum altitude, but you're also keeping your airspeed around 300. When you get to them, you have enough airspeed to just pitch down and, you know, go 400 or 500. And if you dive, you'll be at enough altitude to dive to your max speed. So you can just completely stuff the first couple people, especially some people who don't climb. And then, you know, you don't have a long time to engage with them, but if you do get enough time like we had there to kill the P-51 or whatever plane it is, say, you can kill them and get back to base fast enough for your team to just buffer you out, and then you can climb back up and come back to re-engage more targets. So it's a really good tactic. I don't really play like that much anymore. I haven't really been flying the TA much. This is, to be honest, this is the first time I've flown it. This video and two previous in probably a month or two, because of the various patches on it. I just wasn't liking the way it was performing. But seeing as this patch, I don't think they changed much with it, but I can deal with it. It's nice. It has a good flight model right now. The climbing is the only problem with this plane, and it's the only thing that hinders it. Now, I'm not trying to give myself any false confidence or like saying that I'm a good pilot, but I feel like to play this plane, you do have to be a good pilot. Well, we're getting bad network connection, that's a problem. But I feel like to play this plane, you do have to be a good pilot. Not saying that I'm a great pilot, but I've just flown it so much that I know relatively what I need to do. I don't know why we're getting packet loss. Like, this is ridiculous. I'm trying to get some kills right now. Come on. This is pretty weird. This usually doesn't happen. Okay, it dropped. So, like I said, yeah, you're going to have to play this plane a lot to get good with it. You're going to have to devote a lot of time to it. It's going to have to be your baby, and you're going to have to be its fucking sweetheart. You guys are going to be on Valentine's Day date together if you want this plane to work for you. But that's how it's going to work. This bad network connection is going to get me killed. I can see it already. Yeah, I don't even know what's going on. Come on. And I feel like I'm going to be dead right now. I don't know what's going on. Oh, come on. Please. Please. This is really weird. I don't know why it's doing that. I'm just going to try to run away while something downloads or whatever. I don't know what is going on. I'm getting packet loss. I'm getting DDoS or something. This is crazy. Is it dropping now? It looks to be dropping now. Okay. We're back. Yeah, I don't know. That's what happens when it's winter time in the north. Alright, so we're going to go back into the battle. Luckily, I didn't die there. We are mopping them up right now. We're just going to try to go in and get as many kills as we can. But, yeah, I'm going to try to finish that point. I got interrupted by the bad network connection. I feel like you need to have some skill in this plane, some knowledge of the game, and you need to have like some type of advanced key layout to play this plane. When I say advanced key layout, I mean like you can't just use your mouse. You have to use A, D, W and S. I use W and S like this. I use my rudders. You have to use everything to employ this, to use this plane for you. Have it work with you. Because it can be a bitch. It can kill you. This plane will kill you. It will get you in situations that you think you can win and you just can't. But after playing it a lot, it's a sweetheart. And you can make it work. So like right there, keep flying with him. That would have been a bad choice. Because it ends up that he wanted to come my way anyway and he crashed. Alright, he goes down. But just situations like that, as you can see, it does not really have a great turn time. It doesn't pull up very well, and it does compress pretty badly. But that was the game, so we won. I'll meet you guys back in the hangar. Alright guys, so how do I feel personally about the Ta-152? What would I give it as a rating? And should you get it? So personally, this is a biased opinion, and I'm going to tell you guys straight up, it is. This is my favorite plane. This is my baby. I love this plane. I will always love this plane. There's something about it. This is the first plane that I saw in War Thunder that I was like, I need this plane. I need to know more about it. I like figured out where the last one was, and there is one remaining in the world. I believe it's in Seattle, in the conservation hall of some freaking aerodynamic place, something like that, or it's in the Smithsonian. I don't know where it is, but there's one somewhere. It's not completely in order, it's not restorated, and that's pretty sad. I mean, just look at it. It's a piece of history. Beautiful plane. Should you get it? I think everybody should try to fly the TA, especially if you like German planes, if you like boom and zoom. It's a must-have. It's a plane that, if you know how to use all its abilities, it will claw the enemy to pieces. But if you mishap one time, it's not a very forgiving plane. If you make one wrong turn, you get yourself in one bad turn fight with a Bearcat, you're going to pay. And that's honestly how the plane is. High risk, high reward. That's how it is. If you are accurate with your shots, you know how these 30s work, you know how the 20s work, and you know your airspeed and your altitude very well, you're going to be fine. If you know how long it's going to take you to get to a target, or you can judge, get shots on target, hit him, he's going to go down 90% of the time, and then you can get out of there without getting hurt, that's when you're really going to shine in this plane. Now, spading it is going to be difficult. The stock grind is pretty hard. This plane is not very good when it's not stock. When it's not spaded, excuse me. The stock plane climbs even worse, which makes it even harder to play. The cannons aren't as accurate, and that, obviously makes those crucial shots a lot harder to hit. What would I give this plane? Well, my real opinion, 10 out of 10. But if we have to put it in a category where if I was neutral on it, I would give this plane an 8.5 or a 9. I'm going to give it a 9. I would say a 9 because it is so effective at what it does. If you can get it to altitude, that's its only drawback, is that the climb rate. And it didn't have that climb rate in real life. I don't know why it's like that in this game. Maybe it'd be too OP if it had a good climb rate. It used to have a good climb rate. It used to climb better than D13, but now we're stuck with this. I hope you guys enjoyed the review. Give it a like if you liked the video. Dislike it if you don't like me. Dislike if you don't like the video. Dislike if you don't like playing. Whatever. Sub if you're new here. And if you are new here, I'm going to be doing these every Friday. If you're not new here and you didn't know, I'm going to be doing these every Friday. I'm going to start, doing reviews, some more serious videos. I feel like this is fun. It's calming for me. It's relaxing. And I'm really stretching that mental muscle, my other videos are kind of lackluster in the intelligence department. I don't really think much, you know, it's just cool gameplay. And I'm not going to try to disown myself and say I don't make good videos, but my videos before were just gameplay, and that's what it is. And there's more to that. I want to start showing you guys the mechanics of the game, how I do what I do, how you can do what I do, and stuff like that. So I hope you guys enjoyed. It's been the Ta-152, and I'll see you guys soon.